Yo, it's the infamous Sean Shaw. Last who said the 1,000 mile journey begins with one single step. Bruh, we're back on the same topic as usual. As you know, I'm a big George Lucas fan. And by George Lucas, I mean Star Wars, in which everything that was George Lucas Star Wars, I'm like, hell yeah. Um, and I'm not a bit like, and there's a reason why I call it George Lucas Star Wars. As you know, Disney Star Wars is Disney Star Wars. And if you're a fan of Star Wars, then you know that Disney Star Wars is total shit. Like from The Force Awakens, which was a abysmally horrible fucking movie, it's like, oh my god, they literally did nothing but remake. Like they literally did nothing but tell the story of A New Hope again with different characters, and basically said, A New Hope, Empire, Return of the Jedi. Those are pointless movies because Luke's a failure and a loser. I just find it amazing. And which again, gotta bash J.J. Abrams because J.J. is the one that brought us this, but he doesn't get any slack for it. In fact, he gets rewarded, which is like wow. So basically, if it says written and directed by J.J. Abrams or produced by J.J. Abrams, chances are I'm going to skip it because it's like, well, I've seen enough J.J. Abrams work to say you don't know what you're doing creatively. I don't want to waste my time watching this shit. It doesn't matter what new intellectual property you got, you're gonna fuck it up. You did it with Star Wars. You did it with Star Trek. You're about to do it with DC. It's like you fuck up. I don't want to see your fuck up work. The only reason he probably got a job, he knew somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody, which is pretty sad because, like, yo, as a producer and a straight up director, I got respect for him. But as a writer, you suck. Mm, but this is about this is back to Star Wars live action TV shows have had a very good resurgence. People have been like, "Oh, I love this stuff. It's amazing. It's great. It's cool." Not me. I don't watch Mandalorian because I think the Mandalorian is very pointless to watch. It's like, well, it's several issues with the Mandalorian. One, he doesn't know the history. He doesn't know who Jedi are, which I find that amazing. It's like he can lift things with his mind. How do you not know what this is? And that line in like I've heard like eons ago, Mandalore the Indomitable fought against sorcerers of sorts. This is widely spread known knowledge throughout the entire Star Wars universe. In fact, everyone treats the Jedi like, oh, I heard about them. They're just legends from afar. Like, nigga, goddamn, you guys are in the same time. It's not even like it's not been 50 years. It's been like 30 years since they passed. And like, what the fuck? Bad writing, bad writing. But this is all coming down into one single show. Kenobi. What's the fucking point? What is the point of Kenobi? What I'm so my mind is fucking blown by the amount of fans. Like one thing, like I don't know why fans are set up and like I'm so excited to see this. I can't wait to see this. This is gonna be amazing, great. Here's my question: what do you need to know about Obi-Wan that you already don't have detailed knowledge of? Do you want to sit around and watch Obi-Wan count sand? Do you want a cameo of like, oh look, it's Luke as a baby? Oh, it's a baby Luke. That's not gonna do nothing. Oh, look, Tusken Raiders. Oh, I remember that. Again, he's on Tatooine, in which, in general, that's been the biggest goddamn flaw with the whole fucking Star Wars. Why are you guys on Tatooine all the time? It shows they don't have any creative. They don't have any creative juices. They just don't. Sorry. I know. I need to go to a chiropractor. Let me give me a massage. Give me a massage. It's like there is no need for this Obi-Wan Kenobi show, but everyone is like, I'm excited. I can't wait. I can't wait. And it's like a trailer is just what gets you guys. Like a trailer just makes everyone dick hard. And it's like, dude, it's a trailer. It's a trailer. Nothing's being shown here. Nothing's being told here. Like nothing of importance. It's like, yo, this is just to generate excitement to let you know the show's coming. And everyone's like, oh my god, this is the greatest. In which I have a problem with that. It's like before the show comes out, we already have a subset group of fans who are like, this is a great show. You haven't even seen it. And in which you can say the same thing. You haven't watched it either, so who are you to talk? There's just one giant problem. This whole show is set in between episodes 3 and 4, something that we already know about. We already know everything there is to know about between episodes 3 and 4. The Republic fell and the Empire rose. How many times you're gonna squeeze? Like how many stories can you squeeze out of this like 5 year time period? Or actually, it's 25 years because it's like a kid. 19. It's like how many stories can you squeeze? Were you gonna keep telling us the Empire did bad things? No shit. You gonna tell us the rebellion, like how the rebellion started? We know. And which it goes back in like movies like this is a giant problem with Star Wars. We're not expanding. Star Wars is not expanding at all. And many people may say, but the Mandalorian, I have a question. What is being expanded upon? The Mandalorian is set in between after after Return of the Jedi and before The Force Awakens. So you know where it's going. You know where it's going. And all this is just a bunch of like all this side mission stuff is cute, but it's not worth watching. It's like, well, I'm not like it's just it's boring. It's utterly boring. Seeing Mando fly around and getting into another memory, that's boring. Baby Yoda, yeah, that's a major draw, but I have to say, Yoda as a baby is not that appealing to an adult. To kids, maybe. I get that. I get that. This is gonna be a little. Star Wars is made for kids. I know, but for some odd reason, Disney think their adult audience are kids. No, they're not. And which I can say this: kids, shit. Kids really don't. Kids don't understand much. That's just a fact of life. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just that when you're like maturity comes with age, but we're talking about writing, so it's like I get it. Like we get it. It's good for the fun little kids, but here's the giant problem. This is all bad writing, but instead of people saying, no, this is bad, let's reject this, they tune in and they watch it because they are so starved for, like, they feel like, if I'm going to be a real fan, I have to watch everything. And I say, no, to be a real fan, that means you support the good stuff. And when you get some of this crap, you say, I don't want this, and you don't support it. But, like, Kenobi, like, and that's another big problem with the Mandalorian. Season 2 of Mandalorian did nothing but go like we're going to have a bunch of spin-off shows. And now those spin-off shows are coming to fruition. And it's like, is there a point to these spin-off shows? Are you guys actually telling a story that can engage the audience? Are you guys, like, it's all a bunch of, do you remember the original trilogy? You remember? I remember. I remember. In fact, Book of Boba Fett was so bad, they went back to the prequels and started using, all of episode 5 of Book of Boba Fett was a Mandalorian on Tatooine doing prequel shit. And I remember this. Everyone, quote unquote, hates the prequels. So why are you giving us old things that everyone hates? But I find it a little weird. Everyone was like, this is so amazing. It's so good. Huh. So when George put it out, it was crap. But now that George is gone, it's so amazing. What the fuck? I don't get that. It's really confusing. I don't understand why we getting movies like I don't understand why we have Kenobi. I don't understand why we're like I don't even understand why we have Rogue One. Rogue One was the very first cash grab, and it's like I dislike the way Disney executives see their fans. It's like they believe this: Star Wars fans are grown ass basement dwellers who are fucking losers, and like if we just put the word Star Wars on it, they'll come watch it. And the sad truth is, they're not wrong. That hurts me a lot, but they're not wrong. It's like, yo, you just put the word Star Wars in it, and the fans are like, oh my god, oh my god, it's Star Wars, oh my god, I see Star Wars. It's like nothing's happening. Nothing's being shown to you of substance. You're just crying because you see Star Wars. That's pretty fucking, that's lame, bro. That's so lame. You gotta have a little more substance. You can't just dangle keys in front of a person and then be like, that's pretty sad. It's like ding ding ding. It's like what the fuck? And which this is another thing. I didn't mean to get into it, but like, what is with this epidemic of crying ass Star Wars fanboys, nigga? What is with these grown ass boys crying? You an adult, bro. It's a trailer, bro. It's not. It's a trailer. I could see if it was like. I'll be real. I cried in 2 movies. Creed and Whiplash. And I didn't cry during the entire movie. I cried at Pacific Scene in Creed. Like when Adonis is in jail. I fucking related to that. That got my heartstrings. Holy shit. But that was during the movie. In Whiplash, when Miles Taylor, Andrew Neiman is like drumming, working his ass off, and he plunges his fist into that ice water and it bleeds. That's emotional as hell. I can vibe with that, but that's during the movie. What is with these people crying on the trailers? Like, dude, this is a separate but equal conversation. Dude, Star Wars fans have already been seen as fucking losers. And these grown-ass men getting up there crying on camera is just confirming you guys are fucking losers. I have to say, don't let me in with those guys. I like storytelling. I don't like name brand. Like I don't just follow the name brand. Keep saying name brand recognition. I don't follow name brand recognition. Just like prime examples, like Marvel has a bunch of TV shows out now, and I read a bunch of Marvel comic books. But just because it says Marvel on it, do you think I'm going to go out and read it or watch it? I had no interest in WandaVision. That's cute that it said Marvel, but it's WandaVision. She wasn't interested in me. Had no interest in Loki. It has Marvel on it, but it had no interest in me. Had no interest in Hawkeye. Marvel on it, don't interest me. And that's just a big thing. It's like Star Wars and Marvel are going down the same path, but this is a Star Wars conversation. It's like whenever it just says Star Wars, the fans will come out and eat it up because they're They're so starved for something with the name of Star Wars on it. But the double-edged sword comes like this. Usually, and this happened at the end of the book of Boba Fett, people are like, this is not that great. This is terrible. It's a misfire. It's a misstep. We don't like it. It's horrible. And it's like, well, why are you complaining? You blatantly said, we want this by continuously supporting when you don't need to. Like Solo. Why would anyone go see Solo? Like Kenobi is about to get the Solo treatment so hard. It's like, what are we going to learn about this character? There is nothing new to explore with old Ben Kenobi. There is nothing new to find out about old Ben Kenobi. And you're bringing Anakin Skywalker back for what? Why are you guys gonna do like? Is it memories and nostalgia is not the only thing that people watch TV shows for. You know, we like to make new memories and get new nostalgia. But Star Wars is so obsessed with the past now, which is ironic. It's so ironic because you remember back when all this prequel shit was coming out, who was the worst human being alive? George Lucas. But now that George is gone and Star Wars is suffering, all these old ideas that George Lucas presented are coming back with a new paint job, just like Mando's ship, and everyone's like, oh my God, this is amazing. This is beautiful. I just don't know why they didn't do it before. All in all, I gotta say this. There's a specific reason why Star Wars will never be a great franchise it once was. And that's simply because they don't have to. They don't have to try. The fanboys are sitting up here saying, yeah, we'll take a show that's set in the past about some events that we already know about. Yeah, we'll accept those memberberry salads. Yes, we will accept whatever you throw at us because we don't have nothing better to do. But instead, Star Wars has gotten so boring. I've turned out boxing, homie. Boxing, UFC, fighters, and shit like that. It's like, yo, I used to be a big star. Like, I was a big fan of Star Wars, but they're not producing anything new of quality note. It's all the past. It's all remember. It's all remember, and it's all based off George Lucas's work without George Lucas. It's pretty pathetic. And all these shows they had coming out, really, just look at their High Republic. It's set 200 years before regular Star Wars. What are they going to tell there? We already have Legends, which is significantly more interesting. That's why'd you get rid of Legends? It's so interesting. And plus, they didn't even really get rid of it. They just occasionally take something from Legends and put it in new movies and say, look how much creative work we've done. So I just really feel pretty bad because Star Wars is pretty much dead. This Kenobi show is dead on arrival. I'm more upset with the people who are like, I can't wait to see this. They're not asking. It's really, don't ask questions. Just consume product and get excited for next product. And Star Wars fans are at the phase where it's like, we don't care if it's good or bad. We just care that it says Star Wars. We just care that lasers are being shot. We just care that spaceships are being flown around. We don't care about the greater story because the greater story is boring. And that right there are the fans who fuck it up for everybody because without a story, you have nothing. What's the main story of Star Wars right now? We don't have one. We don't have a main through line of Star Wars. We don't know where Star Wars is going because Star Wars is stuck and it's anchored to the past. And all these writers and directors, it's like, oh my God, they're doing so great. They're doing so great. It's not hard to take old work and reuse it. It's not hard to plagiarize because it's honestly licensed plagiarism at this point. It's like, what's the point of this? I've seen it before. I've seen it done better. You're not doing that much for me. But that's all I got. Yo, if you want to watch Kenobi show and have all those memorabilia shoved down your throat, that's cool. But don't get upset when at the end of the show, it wasn't as great as you expected it to be. Because you, instead of thinking critically about, do we need this? You said, fuck it. It says Kenobi. It says Star Wars. I'll take it. So have fun. And also, this is just a good reason. I just really can't. I shouldn't be back on this, but really, the Star Wars fans who cry over trailers, it's like, nigga, you a grown man. Oh my God, you're proving Disney so right. The Disney executives sit back and laugh at you. And you know what? I don't blame them. It's like, shit, I was actually bullied like a motherfucker for a Star Wars. So bullied, beaten up and all this shit. And I fought against it yo, we're not crybabies. We're not losers. We're not basement dwellers. Turns out I was wrong. There are a bunch of crybaby loser basement dwellers who are very much anchored to the past. It's like, dude, you gotta move on. Star Wars can be so much more than what you remember. You have a good night.